Here's a vocabulary question in the exact format of those we've seen on the practice DSATs and on Khan Academy. I've temporarily withheld the responses because a crucial strategy is to avoid viewing the responses until you've guessed your own answer. It's the primary way we avoid the trap responses and save time. This question has words in the text and the responses that many students have heard but don't quite know the meaning of. Here's how a well-practiced student approaches this question. Although scientists occasionally receive reports of snowflakes the size of dinner plates falling from the sky, the accounts are always blank because of the ephemeral nature of snowflakes. The simplest approach here is to summarize questions as positive, negative, or neutral. The word although indicates contrast. Looking at the relationship here, I see that the answer must discredit those reports of huge snowflakes. I know it's negative, so I draw a minus sign on my scratch paper. I don't recall what the word ephemeral means, so I treat it like a blank. I know it somehow helps undermine the reports, so it won't be positive. What are some negative traits of snowflakes? I jot down some guesses. Temporary, inconsistent, unstable. Sure, their meanings differ, but all I need is a general idea that ephemeral is something like not permanent or not solid. With that context in hand, I come up with my own response. What negative word might discredit the reports? I guess unreliable. Only now do I view the responses. This is where tone or connotation comes in handy. I need a negative response. The two words I know, definitive and substantive, are positive, so I can confidently eliminate them. Unfortunately, I can't quite define the other two. That's okay, however, because now I have some reference points. First, I try to make a match. Which choice matches the word unreliable? My instinct says uncorroborated, but we can't confirm one choice until we can disqualify the other. It's time to bring out the big guns and leverage a huge weakness in the DSAT's architecture. With two positive choices eliminated, the remaining two must differ significantly. Think about it. Parents would bombard the College Board if two choices were too similar and their student got the question wrong. If one remaining choice here is quite negative, the other can't even be a little negative. It really has to be neutral or positive. However, by thinking like the test makers, I know it's not positive either. Why? Because three positive choices that could be instantly eliminated, that would make a question far too easy for the DSAT. So one choice must be negative and one must be neutral. I can't define the base word corroborated either, but I have watched enough Law and Order to know that it's a good thing when someone corroborates evidence. I can therefore infer that it's positive. Uncorroborated is the opposite, so it must be negative. By process of elimination, mundane must be the neutral choice and disqualifying. So you see how despite not knowing three key words when I started, I'm leaving this question 100% certain B is the only possible match. Also note that my guess, unreliable, isn't exactly a true synonym for uncorroborated, but close enough will do the trick when it comes to tone.